Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal Part 350 based on novel. So let's start. Wang Lin didn't stop them. He watched the terrified middle-aged man taking the similarly terrified gorgeous woman, and they disappeared in an instant. Outer Realm Nirvana Shatterer cultivators have to die. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and the G Realm charged out. The red lightning immediately charged forward. The G Realm affected the endless thunder in the sky, and the rumbling intensified, as if the sky was going to collapse. The thunder descended down onto the planet like eternal thunder, and it was as if the entire planet had turned into a thunder prison. As the middle-aged man retreated, his face was filled with monstrous fear. He used spells and a large amount of treasure to resist this red lightning that brought him an endless sense of danger like he had never felt before. However, the moment those spells and treasures touched the red lightning, they all collapsed. They weren't able to stop it for even a moment. What kind of thunder is this? The middle-aged man didn't hesitate to grab the girl that called him godfather but was, in truth, one of his dual cultivation partners. Before she could even react, he moved her to block the red lightning. The woman's eyes were filled with disbelief as her body collapsed. Borrowing this time window, the middle-aged man retreated like crazy. He tore open the void and was about to enter. When he was halfway inside, the red lightning penetrated through the void and entered his back. The middle-aged man's body trembled and his eyes became unfocused. His body exploded and his origin soul was destroyed. From when Wang Lin appeared to the end, it had only been a moment. He didn't intend to kill the woman, as someone like her couldn't do much. What happened to her was irrelevant to Wang Lin. Xu Ligua witnessed all of this and witnessed Wang Lin's strength. At this moment, he was about to flatter Wang Lin when Wang Lin grabbed Xu Ligua and threw him into the storage space. Then Wang Lin turned into a ray of light and flew into the sky. Next, I'm going to battle the entire Scatter Thunder clan. Wang Lin's eyes were cold, and he moved faster and faster. In an instant, he broke through the atmosphere and arrived in space. The thunder among the stars rumbled loudly. It seemed to respond to Wang Lin's will. Wang Lin walked toward the giant continent at the center of the 16 planet. He walked into the thunder, creating a heaven-shaking rumble with the thunder surrounding him. He formed a shocking scene. It seemed as if he had summoned endless thunder here. Wang Lin wore thunder and stepped on lightning as he slowly walked toward the Scatter Thunder clan's holy ground. The eternal thunderbolt in the temple on the continent also roared, seeming to be preparing to confront Wang Lin. Wang Lin was not far from the Scatter Thunder clan's holy land. He immediately closed in, and a powerful voice suddenly came from the holy land. "This is my clan's holy land. You can't enter without a summon. Quickly, leave." Wang Lin's expression was calm, and he completely ignored this voice. He pointed with his finger and the endless thunder gathered. It was as if Wang Lin's finger had absorbed the thunder of the heavens and earth and began to bombard the Scatter Thunder clan's holy land. The thunderous rumbles were heaven-shaking, and a green light flashed around the holy land. As the large amount of lightning bolts fell, they looked like rain, causing large amounts of ripples on the green light. "You dare! Anyone who trespasses on the holy land will die." With a roar, a person flew out from the holy land. This old man was at the Nirvana Shatterer stage. He stepped out from the barrier and formed a seal as he charged at Wang Lin. Wang Lin sneered. Instead of retreating, he charged forward. In a flash, he arrived before the old man. The old man's eyes were instantly filled with terror, and before he could react, Wang Lin caught his right hand. Wang Lin moved his arm and lifted the old man. The moment Wang Lin lifted the old man, his origin energy charged into the old man's body. Popping sounds echoed and he instantly killed the old man. Wang Lin loosened his right hand and the old man screamed as his body crashed into the green light and exploded. The old man's death shocked the Scatter Thunder clan members inside the Holy Land. A sharp cry echoed as all of the Scatter Thunder clan members' jades trembled and gave off a glaring, red glow. The trembling and the red light shocked many Scatter Thunder clan members. However, they soon reacted, and their expressions changed greatly. This red light meant that someone had trespassed on the Holy Land. The jade on Wang Lin also gave off this red light. He took it out and crushed it. His hands formed a seal and the heavens roared as endless thunder appeared from the void. Wang Lin controlled all that thunder to bombard the barrier. The thunderous rumbles were heaven-shaking. At the same time, hundreds of cultivators flew out from the surrounding 16 planets. They all had gloomy expressions as they charged at Wang Lin. These cultivators were mostly at the illusory yin, corporeal yang, and nirvana scrya stages. Before they even got close, they shot out spells and magic treasures at Wang Lin. Wang Lin let out a cold short. When the hundreds of cultivators got close, he waved his hand. He then opened his mouth and roared, "Thunder of the world, listen to my command." After he spoke, the expression of the hundreds of cultivators changed greatly and their bodies trembled. At this moment, the thunder inside their bodies trembled violently, as if they had met the King of Thunder. Gather. Wang Lin's roar was shocking. The moment his voice echoed, the hundreds of cultivators let out miserable cries. Thunder erupted from each of their bodies, forming bolts of thunder that shot toward Wang Lin. They quickly gathered around Wang Lin, forming a ball of thunder 1,000 feet wide. Wang Lin grabbed it with his right hand and then threw it at the barrier around the Holy Land. Thunderous rumbles echoed like crazy and the barrier trembled violently. What an arrogant tone. The thunder of the world needs to listen to your command. When did my Scatter Thunder clan produce such a unfilial child? A gloomy voice came from the Holy Land. An old man in black walked out of the temple. He had grey hair and a gloomy expression. His cultivation spread out directly passing Nirvana Shatterer. He was a powerful cultivator at First Heaven's Blight. The moment the old man spoke, tens of thousands of cultivators flew out from the surrounding 16 planets. "Let me see if you have the qualifications to be so arrogant." The old man sneered, and killing intent filled his eyes. He charged out from the Holy Land and his right hand formed a seal. Then his mark flashed and a giant thunder dragon appeared and shot toward Wang Lin. The old man was standing on top of the thunder dragon when his right hand reached out and a long sword appeared covered in thunder. Wang Lin calmly looked at this person and shook his head. "You're not qualified to fight me." Wang Lin's eyes lit up and his G-realm shot out at an unimaginable speed. It broke through the void and directly collided with the thunder dragon. Thunderous rumbles echoed. The thunder dragon trembled and let out a mournful cry as it collapsed. The First Heaven's Blight Elder's eyes were filled with indescribable horror. He waved his right hand and attempted to block the red lightning with the sword in his hand. Popping sounds echoed and the long sword immediately collapsed into countless fragments. The old man's face was pale and he wanted to retreat, but the red lightning was even faster. After breaking the long sword, it was going to rush into the old man's body. The old man's eyes were filled with intense terror. The feeling of death had never been so close. Just as the red lightning rushed to the spot between the old man's eyebrows, a crazed roar came from the temple on the Holy Land. "Stop!" As the roar echoed, a tall, middle-aged man stepped out from the temple. With just one step, he broke through the barrier and arrived next to the First Heaven's Blight cultivator. However, his speed was still too slow compared to the G-realm. The moment he came out, the G-realm had pierced through the First Heaven's Blight cultivator's head and come out the other side. This cultivator's eyes became blurry and he coughed out blood. His body collapsed, but his origin soul rushed out. He was seriously injured but not dead. Wang Lin frowned. He wasn't here with his original body, so he didn't have much G-realm. There was the reason why he couldn't completely kill a First Heaven's Blight cultivator. "You dare to rebel?" The tall middle-aged man grabbed his clan's origin soul and looked at Wang Lin. His eyes were filled with killing intent. The aura of a third Heaven's Blight cultivator spread out from his body. It was earth-shattering. Ripples spread across space itself. Wang Lin didn't anything as he raised his hand and hit his forehead. Thunder rumbled as Wang Lin's origin soul left Yufei's body and appeared in the world. His origin soul was filled with thunder, and there was also the spiritual thunder accompanying him. The rumbles were heaven-shaking. "Thunder of the world, listen to my command, come from the endless thunder lake and destroy for me." Wang Lin's divine sense spread out like crazy. At this moment, the thunder lake around the Scatter Thunder clan began to rage like the sea. A monstrous wave was set off, and the entire Thunderland began to rush toward this location. One could see the Thunder Lake rushing in from very far away. This extremely spectacular scene made it look like the Thunder Lake coming to destroy everything. The expressions of all the cultivators that had come here from the planets changed greatly. Even the expression of the tall middle-aged man changed greatly. The rumbles of thunder replaced everything. However, at this moment, a mighty roar came from the eternal thunderbolt inside the temple on the Holy Land. "Who are you?" This voice didn't come from the temple, but from inside the depths of the eternal thunderbolt. It was the head elder of the Scatter Thunder clan who had reached the fifth heaven's blight. A 1,000-foot face appeared within the eternal thunderbolt. This face was like the sun, it lit up the star system. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he slowly said, "I'm Wang Lin. Today I can to take the eternal thunderbolt and destroy your Scatter Thunder clan." At this moment, Wang Lin's origin soul left the body, and Yu Fei's body slowly floated away. What appeared before the Scatter Thunder clan was Wang Lin's origin soul filled with thunder. He was like a bolt of thunder that had descended from the heavens. His words were calm, and as he spoke, the Thunder Lake around the 16 Scatter Thunder clan planets rumbled even more intensely, as if they were responding to him. This scene caused the tall, middle-aged man's pupils to shrink. With his cultivation level, he could clearly feeling the almost suffocating thunder might from Wang Lin. "So it turns out you're not a member of my Scatter Thunder clan," the giant face that appeared from the eternal thunderbolt inside the temple said in a low voice. "You dare to run wild in my Scatter Thunder clan with your low cultivation level and declare you will destroy my Scatter Thunder clan? What arrogance!" The voice was filled with mockery, and his roar was like a thunderous rumble that suppressed the sound from the Thunder Lake. Wang Lin's origin soul was floating in space. As the thunder light flashed, the vague image of a dragon flickered. He remained calm before the head elder's roar and wasn't affected at all. There was a flash of coldness in his eyes as he pointed at the eternal thunderbolt and coldly said, "Do you dare to battle me in the Thunder Lake?" There was no trick or scheme. Wang Lin had come today for a battle. Everything he had done before was for this battle. This was why he had given up Yu Fei's body and revealed his origin soul. All of this was to lure the head elder. Wang Lin believed that while the head elder normally wouldn't have noticed anything, since Wang Lin displayed had his origin soul, the head elder would be able to pick up some clues. He was using himself as bait to have a battle with the strongest person in the Scatter Thunder clan, the head elder. After he spoke, Wang Lin retreated and turned into a bolt of thunder, charging into the Thunder Lake. The thunder might his origin soul gave off made it so no one dared to stop him. The eyes of the tall, middle-aged man lit up and he was about to chase. But 9 auras came out from the temple and vaguely locked on to Wang Lin. These 9 auras were all Heaven's Blight cultivators. "Battle with me." "Good." A thunder-like rumble echoed. The eternal thunderbolt roared and the huge face shrank into bright bolts of thunder, then a person walked out. This person looked about 40 years old and his eyes revealed no emotion. His lips were thin, so he was a vicious person. At this moment, he walked out of the eternal thunderbolt and left the Holy Land. "Greetings, head elder." The tall, middle-aged man immediately bowed. The eyes of the Scatter Thunder clan cultivators were filled with fervor when the head elder appeared. The head elder was the leader of the Scatter Thunder clan and was the pinnacle of the Scatter Thunder clan. Everyone admired the head elder, and to them the head elder was the heavens. Even the 9 auras that had locked onto Wang Lin appeared, revealing themselves to be 9 people of varying ages. They all bowed. "This child has a lot of secrets and has great use for me. Also, for this person to come here with his cultivation level, I fear he is no alone. All of you, guard this place. I want to see what he is capable of," the head elder said indifferently. Then he slowly walked forward with his hands behind his back. He wasn't fast, but with just a few steps, he crossed an immeasurable distance as if the world had shrunk before him. Wang Lin rushed forward like a bolt of thunder, but after only a moment, he suddenly turned around. The head elder only took 2 steps to leave the people of the Scatter Thunder clan far behind and appear 1,000 feet behind Wang Lin. This place was already very far away from the Scatter Thunder clan's holy land, and there was only endless thunder surrounding them. They were the only 2 people here. Retribution thunder, spiritual thunder, and an eternal thunder similar to the one in my clan's holy land. Not bad. You do have something on you that could attract this old man, which is why you are so sure I would show up. The head elder was calm. He had lived for far too long, so he was very cunning. All of Wang Lin's intentions were clear before his eyes. You're not this old man's match, so let your helper come out. Even now, the head elder revealed no emotion, and from beginning to end he was as calm as water while emitting a terrifying aura. After he spoke, he raised his right hand and casually waved. In an instant, space trembled and a giant vortex unexpectedly appeared. A heaven-shattering roar came out from inside the vortex. Thunder dragons came out of vortex like crazy. 1, 2, 3. In the blink of an eye, 999 thunder dragons appeared. When they appeared, endless thunder surrounded them, and they all let out roars as they charged at Wang Lin. Wang Lin's pupils shrank. This was the first time he had faced someone at the fifth heaven's blight. Although it wasn't the third step, it was the strongest under third step. The other side was able to create 999 thunder dragons with just a wave of his hand. This spell was heaven-shaking and was already beyond what could be considered a spell. Those thunder dragons didn't allow Wang Lin to think too much and charged at him. Wang Lin retreated while his hands formed a seal. Thunder flashed around his origin soul, forming a halo around him. The moment this halo appeared, Wang Lin pushed out his hand and coldly said, "Thunder of the world, listen to my command. Upend the heavens and earth, collapse for me." He pushed his hands forward, and the halo around his origin soul immediately spread out with him as the center. When the thunder dragons encountered the halo, their bodies trembled and their eyes became filled with confusion and struggle. Wang Lin raised his right hand and pointed forward several times. The confusion in every thunder dragon that was pointed at by him collapsed, then they turned around to attack the head elder. This sudden change caused chaos to occur within the head elder's spell. The head elder's eyes lit up and he sneered. Interesting, indeed interesting. As he spoke, his right hand formed a seal and he pointed at the sky. He slowly said, "As the head elder of the Scatter Thunder clan, slave to the holy thunder, command the thunder of the world with my endless will to disintegrate the world." After he spoke, the nearly 1,000 thunder dragons around Wang Lin gave off endless thunder and roared as if they were crazy, then they charged at Wang Lin. Even the thunder dragons controlled by Wang Lin began to struggle. It only took a moment for them to break free of Wang Lin's control and fall under the head elder's control once more. Rumble, 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 rumble. Those thunder dragons bombarded Wang Lin, causing his origin soul to almost collapse. He continued to retreat, and his origin soul was turning transparent. Every thunder dragon contained the will of the head elder. Not only did this damage his origin soul, but the will entered his origin soul as if it was trying to control him. This was the first time Wang Lin had encountered something like this, and his mind trembled. As he was being bombarded, he retreated even faster. All of this happened in a flash, fast beyond imagination. However, when Wang Lin retreated 10,000 feet, his expression changed. He didn't hesitate to cough out a mouthful of essence energy and step forward. Then his origin soul rapidly shrank. Just as he quickly changed directions, Rippled appeared where he was. An ancient hand reached out and mercilessly slammed toward him. Although Wang Lin had avoided the sudden danger, he was hit by the shockwave of the palm. His origin soul trembled violently and his face turned pale. Not slow to dodge, but just how many times can you dodge? The head elder walked out from the ripples. There was a hint of mockery in his calm gaze toward Wang Lin. "You said before that you were going to take my clan's eternal thunderbolt and destroy my Scatter Thunder clan. If this is all your power, you can't do it." Wang Lin didn't speak a single word as he retreated and turned from human form into an ancient thunder dragon. He charged toward the thunder lake in the distance. The head elder sneered and he waved his right hand. The remaining hundreds of thunder dragons all charged after Wang Lin. This was a scene that could shock anyone who saw it. An origin soul ancient thunder dragon in front with hundreds of thunder dragon chasing. There was also a middle-aged man with his hands behind his back slowly walking forward. "You want to escape to the endless thunder lake and use it to fight this old man. But all the thunder here contains my will, so how can you borrow any of it? The voice of the head elder was extremely clear among the endless rumbles of thunder. Wang Lin didn't speak at all and moved like crazy, instantly closing in on the rumbling Thunder Lake. The endless Thunder Lake was monstrous, and when Wang Lin got close, the roars became even more intense. At the same time, deep within the endless Thunder Lake, there was a ball of thunder 10,000 feet wide. Wang Lin's original body opened his eyes and revealed a cold gaze. "Old bastard, you finally came." The moment his eyes opened, the Thunder Lake around the 16 scatter Thunder Clan planets began to boil. It was as if their king had awakened and was displaying their endless thunder. The moment Wang Lin's original body awakened, the hundreds of thunder dragons chasing his origin soul trembled violently, and some exploded. Although the remaining thunder dragons didn't collapse, the pressure coming from the Thunder Lake made it so they didn't dare to move forward. Even the expression of the calm head elder changed. He paused for a moment and his face revealed a rare trace of seriousness. At this moment, Wang Lin's ancient thunder dragon origin soul rushed into the Thunder Lake. He suddenly turned around to face the head elder and quickly turned into his human form. "I, Wang Lin, have come to collect the eternal thunderbolt and destroy your scatter thunder clan." Wang Lin slowly repeated what he had said before, and his origin soul retreated into the Thunder Lake. The head elder's eyes lit up and he sneered as he moved into the Thunder Lake. The Thunder Lake was originally churning and rumbling, but the moment the head elder entered, it became quiet, as if an invisible force had pressed down upon it. The head elder's divine sense spread out within the Thunder Lake, and the thunder within his divine sense calmed down. It surrounded him as if it were following its master. "Is this your helper? This old man wants to see how this helper will help you destroy my scatter thunder clan." The head elder's mighty voice spread out in all directions. However, just as he spoke, a cold voice slowly came from the distance. "As you wish." These three simple words set off a monstrous rumble. This roar was 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 10,000 times more intense than before, and made the entire Thunder Lake churn. At the same time, the Thunder Lake before the head elder churned, and rumbles that sounded like fists swinging rapidly charged at the head elder. The monstrous rumble carried with it a sense of madness, the momentum to tear the heavens in half, and the might to pierce through the world, setting off a storm in the Thunder Lake. The eyes of the head elder narrowed and looked into the distance. Before him, the thunder rumbled and danced like silver snakes, and the rumble that seemed to come from ancient times got closer and closer. At this moment, if you looked from above, you would see a heaven-shaking scene. In this scene, far away from head elder in the Thunder Lake, a young man with white hair was moving in a straight line toward the head elder. As he moved forward, his right hand continuously threw punches. Every punch he threw would cause the thunder in the Thunder Lake to gather like crazy. This thunder gradually formed an illusory fist before the young man. At first, the fist was only 100 feet wide, but as Wang Lin continued to move forward and punch, it absorbed more thunder. It grew to 1,000, 10,000, even 100,000 feet. This 100,000-foot fist was completely made of thunder. It was a shocking scene, and anyone who looked at it would be terrified. The rumble suddenly closed in and the sound spread out in all directions. Even the Scatter Thunder Clan members on the 16 planets could hear the thunderous rumble that sounded like the world was collapsing. The expression of the head elder changed and became very serious. Although he knew that the other person must have been confident to lure him here, he was the strongest person under the third step, and he was inside the Scatter Thunder Clan, so he didn't take it seriously. At this moment, when he saw the giant fist made of thunder, his mind trembled. This isn't just the power of thunder, there is another spell within it. The thunder rumble was heaven-shaking, and Wang Lin was walking behind it. He continued to punch, and the thunder fist grew once more into 200,000 feet. As a result, it seemed to replace heaven itself as it shot toward the Scatter Thunder Clan's head elder. "Old bastard, do you dare to fight me?" Wang Lin closed in and threw his last punch. With this punch, he activated all the ancient god power in his body. The stars between his eyebrows rotated like crazy and large amounts of ancient god power flowed out. Adding Wang Lin's cultivation and his control of thunder, he was able to form a heaven-shattering punch. The 200,000-foot thunder fist descended with a thunderous rumble. It was like a giant punch from another world, descending on the head elder with a destructive aura. The head elder retreated a few steps and waved his hand to hit his mark. The clothes on his body moved without any wind and his hair scattered. Then his eyes shined brightly and he roared. What a powerful thunder punch! This old man will battle you. The moment his hand landed on his mark, it shined brightly, and a treasure flew out. This treasure was a green ancient mirror with a thunder mark on the back. This mark was exactly the same as the Scatter Thunder Clan's eternal thunderbolt. Thunder Slaughter Mirror, break everything for me, the head elder roared as he threw the mirror. A thunderous rumble came from the mirror, and it grew countless fold. In the blank of an eye it turned into a 100,000 feet mirror before the head elder. When Wang Lin's thunder fist arrived, a thunder fist of the exact same side appeared within the mirror. This Thunder Slaughter Mirror was one of the Scatter Thunder Clan's main treasures. Any spell below the third step would be immediately copied, and its power would be no weaker than the original. It could counter any spell. This treasure was already heaven-defying, and compared to esteemed Xuanbao's rank 9 Nirvana Void Treasure, this mirror was rank 2 Nirvana Void Treasure. It was far beyond a Void Treasure and was infinitely close to a Nirvana Treasure. The giant thunder fist stretched out from the Thunder Slaughter Mirror. At this moment, it was as if there was a giant hiding inside the mirror and throwing a punch from within. This fist was exactly the same as the fist Wang Lin had made. Even the size, thunder, and trajectory were exactly the same. In an instant, these two giant fists collided outside the Thunder Slaughter Mirror. Rumble, rumble, rumble. The thunderous rumble was heaven-shaking, and powerful shockwaves spread out like crazy. However, the thunder fists didn't dissipate. They continued to fight as if two giants were fighting. The thunderous rumbles of the two punches echoed continuously. Wang Lin's expression was ferocious as he moved behind the thunder fist and continued to throw punches. The punches made the thunder fist rumble even louder, but the copy thunder fist also intensified. The sounds of fists colliding spread across the entire Scatter Thunder Clan. The sounds even echoed outside the Scatter Thunder Clan. Break for me. Break. Break. Wang Lin roared. He stepped forward once more and the ancient god power inside him condensed like crazy. His ancient god stars were already rotating so fast, they were impossible to see clearly as he continued to throw punches. The Thunder Slaughter Mirror could replicate all spells, but it couldn't replicate the power of the ancient gods. The ancient gods were beings from ancient times. How could a mere treasure replicate them? How dare a mere treasure replicate them? As Wang Lin moved forward, the replicated fist began to retreat. Wang Lin grinned. He was going to push this fist back into the mirror and cause it to collapse. This scene shocked the mind of the head elder. His hands formed seals and was about to use a spell when Wang Lin let out a roar. His two hands clasped together and mercilessly smashed down. A thunderous rumble echoed and the replicated fist collapsed. Wang Lin's thunder fist pushed the replicated fist back into the mirror. At this moment, Wang Lin opened his mouth and a flash of red appeared. The blood sword appeared and surrounded the world in a blood light. It immediately charged out and landed on the Thunder Slaughter Mirror. There was a crisp sound and then a large amount of cracks appeared around the spot the blood sword had stabbed into. The head elder was filled with disbelief as the mirror shattered into pieces. The blood light flashed and returned to Wang Lin's side. Wang Lin pushed the remaining thunder fist through the broken mirror and arrived before the head elder. It suddenly descended. The Scatter Thunder Clan's head elder let out an angry roar and spat out a mouthful of energy that collided with the punch, creating another thunderous rumble. As the deafening sound echoed, Wang Lin trembled and was pushed back several steps, and the thunder fist collapsed. However, the head elder was also pushed back, and his clothes were in tatters. His eyes shined brightly and popping sounds came from his body. You are qualified to fight this old man, but before me you will without a doubt die. It has been a long time since I have used power beyond the fourth heaven's blight. I don't need fifth heaven's blight power to kill you. Today, I'll let you personally experience the power of peak fourth heaven's blight. The head elder raised his right hand and tore at this mark. It was as if he had torn a seal off, and an incredibly powerful cultivation erupted from his body. This cultivation was very powerful and caused the surrounding space to tremble. Even the thunder didn't dare to approach him. Giant thunder stamp. After revealing the seal and displaying peak fourth heaven's blight cultivation, the head elder seemed to become a different person. He gave off a powerful pressure. The surrounding space seemed unable to withstand this pressure. It began to twist, and cracks appeared. After he said giant thunder stamp, the surrounding thunder rumbled. Then the thunder that was pushed back quickly gathered in the head elder's right hand. A giant ball of thunder suddenly appeared. This ball of thunder instantly became hundreds of thousands of feet large as the endless thunder gathered. The thunder inside roared and rotated rapidly. "Gather for me," the head elder roared, and heaven-shaking rumbles came from the ball of thunder in his hand. The ball of thunder was compressing like crazy. 10-fold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold, 10,000-fold, 100,000-fold, 1,000,000-fold. As the ball compressed, the thunder rumbled, and the light was blinding. The light lit up the surrounding space, and even the head elder seemed to disappear into the blinding light. It was as if all the light, thunder, and life were gathered by the ball of thunder in the head elder's hand. It was being compressed, and compressed again. This terrifying scene shocked even Wang Lin's mind, and his pupils shrank. He knew what spell the other person was using, and he had learned it himself. At this moment, his eyes lit up and he raised his right hand as if he was holding the sky. Giant thunder stamp. Wang Lin's voice echoed and all the thunder gathering toward the head elder trembled. A thunder mark appeared in Wang Lin's right eye, and there was an accompanying bolt of thunder rotating around it. Wang Lin's right eye shined, giving off a demonic feeling. The thunder in this world was split in half. One half charged at Wang Lin's right hand and instantly formed a giant ball of thunder. When the head elder saw Wang Lin also use the giant thunder stamp, his pupils shrank, but he didn't speak. Their gazes collided as they held the balls of thunder, and they began to compress like crazy. The ball of thunder in Wang Lin's hand instantly compressed 100,000-fold and was still going. Earth-shattering popping sounds came from the ball of thunder. 1,000,000-fold, 2,000,000-fold, up to 3,000,000-fold. The ball of thunder in Wang Lin's hand gave off a terrifying aura that could destroy the world. It was no longer a simple ball of thunder, but thunder that could extinguish the world. As thunderous rumbles echoed, the ball of thunder in the head elder's hand also compressed like crazy as it absorbed the surrounding thunder. It had already compressed 5,000,000-fold. All of this happened in an instant. As the two people compressed thunder, a huge change occurred. The world seemed to be split in half, with one half being pulled toward each of them. Two different forces of thunder suddenly erupted from the split world. What the Scatter Thunder Clan held was the eternal thunderbolt, the thunder essence that had appeared from the void in ancient times. His eyes revealed a strange light and he suddenly jumped. He charged at Wang Lin with the thunder that had been compressed 5,000,000-fold. "Die for me." Everything Wang Lin had obtained was obtained by himself step by step, from when he devoured half an ancient thunder dragon until he formed his own thunder essence. Although it couldn't compare to the eternal thunderbolt, it was on the same level of existence. The moment the head elder arrived, Wang Lin also jumped with the thunder that was compressed 3,000,000-fold. Wang Lin let out a roar as he rushed out. "In the name of my thunder essence, I command all thunder to condense once more." Thunderous rumbles came from the thunder in Wang Lin's hand. It began to compress like crazy and suddenly reached 4,000,000-fold. This level of compression was Wang Lin's limit. His eyes revealed madness as he closed in on the head elder. They began a battle of thunder among the stars. Both of them were thunder cultivators. The battle of two thunder cultivators could be explained in an extremely simple term. What they were competing with was their control over thunder. Similarly, both of them had natural resistance toward thunder, so no ordinary thunder could hurt them. However, the thunder they were using controlled their wills and therefore could cause severe damage. A thunderous rumble spread like crazy, and the surrounding space began to collapse like crazy. Spatial cracks appeared and the thunder lake trembled. The collision of the two balls of thunder formed an unimaginable shockwave. This shockwave spread out like surging waves. The impact caused thunder to surge in all directions like raging waves. It immediately affected the 16 Scatter Thunder clan cultivation planets. There were countless deaths and injuries thanks to the rumble. The shockwave of the thunder caused the Thunder Lake to churn and expand outwards. It instantly expanded by more than 100 times, and a thunderous rumble echoed across the ancient star system. A few cultivation planets not far from the Scatter Thunder clan were affected. Thunder rained down upon them. This was like a collapse that spread like crazy within the Scatter Thunder clan. This collapse was too powerful, and as it spread, it immediately caught the attention of many powerful cultivators in the ancient star system. Some third-step cultivators noticed the huge change in the Scatter Thunder clan. During the collision of thunder, Wang Lin's thunder collapsed and he was thrown back. He coughed out a large mouthful of blood, and there were even bits of internal organs mixed in. It felt like all the bones in his body had shattered, and pain washed over him. He was thrown back like he had been hit by a powerful gale. This was merely the first shockwave. As Wang Lin was thrown back, the second shockwave arrived. The destructive aura was enough to wipe out all life. At this moment of life and death, seeing the shockwave close in, Wang Lin wasn't just thinking about himself, but also about how to attack the head elder. He believed that the other party had to be having a difficult time facing the destructive aura from the collapse as well. I'm giving it my all. Wang Lin's eyes were filled with madness. His character had always been like this. The more dangerous it was, the more bold he became. Due to his precise calculations and amazing mental strength, he was able to again and again beat those stronger than him. As the second shockwave arrived, Wang Lin's hands formed a seal and pointed forward. Rays of light suddenly appeared inside this chaos. These rays of light contained thunder, lightning, starlight, endless light from the spatial cracks, and even the light from the Scatter Thunder clan's planets and cultivators far away. More importantly, there was light that came from the 7 million worlds charm in his storage space. These lights gathered like crazy and surrounded Wang Lin. A huge light silhouette suddenly appeared around Wang Lin. From afar, it was impossible to see Wang Lin. One could only see the giant light silhouette absorbing light. Tao Master Blue Dream's strongest defense spell, Light Shadow Shield. The moment the light silhouette appeared, the second shockwave arrived and collided with the light silhouette around Wang Lin. The light silhouette trembled violently and the light became even brighter, lighting up the entire world. The light silhouette sounded like it couldn't hold on anymore. Wang Lin let out a roar and spat out blood at the light silhouette. The blood immediately spread across the light silhouette, helping it reflect the second, third, and fourth shockwaves. At the moment of reflection, the light silhouette collapsed. Wang Lin's face was pale, but his eyes were filled with killing intent. Blood light flashed and the blood sword followed the reflected shockwaves. Die for me! The thunder mark in his right eye flashed, giving off a demonic flow, and flew out from his right eye after the blood sword. His eyes also flashed red and his G-realm shot out at the same time. All of this happened too fast. In just an instant, the reflected shockwaves shot out along with the blood sword, thunder essence, and G-realm lightning. The head elder was retreating and waved his hand, resisting the power of the shockwaves. However, at this moment, his expression changed like never before and his eyes overflowed with shock. He could have never expected Wang Lin to be so bold and do something so unbelievable in this situation. In particular, the appearance of the light silhouette was a heavy blow on his mind. This is Tao Master Blue Dream's light shadow shield. Could it be that Tao Master Blue Dream wants to kill me? The reflected shockwaves rushed at him and fused with the shockwave that was already charging at him. It was as if the head elder was now withstanding the entire force of the collapse. A life and death crisis that hadn't appeared in a very long time suddenly arose in the head elder's heart. He didn't have time to think before the shockwaves completely enveloped him. Thunderous rumble echoed across the world and didn't dissipate for a very long time. Wang Lin used the wind and rain world while retreating. However, just at this moment, a heaven-shaking roar filled with endless anger erupted. When the impact dissipated, a figure filled with endless thunder walked out. It was the Scatter Thunder clan's head elder, but even more powerful than before. His powerful aura formed a storm around him, and he was infinitely close to the third step. His clothes were in tatters and there was a hole in his chest that was created by the blood sword. There was a crack on the mark between his eyebrows. This was caused by the G realm. His body was covered in injuries, which were caused by Wang Lin's thunder essence. This origin soul was also damaged, and this was caused by the shockwave. You're dead for sure. With my endless vitality at the fifth heaven's blight, with my status as the slave of the eternal thunderbolt, open the ancient world and summon the ancient Thunder Dragon.